Hello, Lone Star. How you doing today? Sorry about that. I clicked on the wrong thing. Thought I'd pop in and do a short live stream just for the heck of it. It's Friday. I'm off work. Might as well, right? Yeah. Well, it's been a nice, easy day. Oh, I'm doing good, brother. I'm doing good. Just hanging out. I was supposed to have a uh, nuclear stress test today, but it got canceled. So I had the day off because of that. So I figured, why go back to work? So, hey, SJM Drones, how's it going there, Steve? Good to see you, brother. So I'm gonna drop the link here for if either one of you guys want to join up, please do. Do you glow in the dark? No, I never have before, but you never know. You never know. I might. Yeah, Steve. Me too. Tired of all the Corona stuff. The only thing I don't get tired of are the Corona parodies. There's one group on YouTube called the Holderness Family. They've been doing COVID-19 and parodies this whole time, and they're hilarious. I like them anyway, but a lot of fun. Oh well, I'm glad he's. I'm glad he's doing fine. That's good. I can't. I have been lucky so far. I don't know anybody that's got it. I know that where I work, we've had several people off because of it, and we've even had I think one person that worked on the base there actually passed away from because of it. But I don't know. They don't give out details. They don't tell who it was and stuff. So, uh, but yeah, it'll sure be good when it's done. No doubt about that. Well, it rained here all day yesterday. All day it rained. And it rained part of the morning here, but the sun's out now and clouds are breaking up. So I may just do a sunset live stream tonight. So it's I haven't even looked at any of the reviews. Christopher C. Hello. Rick Halber. Hello. Oh, good. That's good to hear. I didn't know Bob Casey had it. I'm glad they're doing better though, him and his wife. I'm good, Christopher C. How about yourself? We got Lone Star UAV in here and SJM drones. So I was talking about the Mini too. I've seen that it was coming out, but I haven't seen anybody do any reviews on it or not. I don't even have the Mini. Mr. Crowley, hello, Sean. How are you there, sir? I haven't seen any reviews on it or anything, so I'm not sure what to think at this point. I didn't buy the Mini. I was thinking about it, but then they came out with the Mavic Air 2, and I went with that one instead, and I really like that one. It is definitely a lot quieter than most of the other drones. So, especially my, I'm doing good, Sean. I'm doing great. Well, I would agree with you, Christopher C. Do you have snow where you're at? I know my son and his family was moving from Cuba, Missouri, moving to Idaho Falls, and they were going through, I want to say Wyoming, and there was snow on the ground. Well, Sean, I agree. The Mavic Pro is a pretty good drone, and the Mavic Zoom would be kind of neat to have, but I have finally figured out how to do the zoom on the Mavic Air 2. Now, granted, it's not as good as the Mavic Zoom. It's not as good of a zoom, but it does zoom, so that's something anyway. But the only thing about that is it's not a mechanical zoom; it's electronic, so it's digital zoom. So, and it's only times 4. So, but zoom is zoom. It helps. In Massachusetts, ooh, you got snow up in Massachusetts right now. I did hear on the news this morning that the New England area might be getting snow. Oh, okay. You do have snow. Okay, yeah, yeah. Mr. Crowley, aren't you in Massachusetts or are you in New York? I forget exactly where you're at. So, Rick Halber, you say you think you're going to get what are you thinking on getting? And you said you had 2 minis to sell. Oh, okay, Sean Whitman, Massachusetts. Okay. Oh, there's 2 geese fighting out in the lake. Huh. At least the one goose was chasing another one away anyway. 6 p.m. here. Oh, you're in England, Steve. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you are in England. Yeah, it's getting darker early. Mavic Air. Oh, you're getting the Mavic Air 2, Rick? Yeah, I really like that. In fact, well, looky here. Mr. Chris Hope. Hey, buddy.
Oh, Rodney.
How you doing, pal?
I'm good, man. Doing all right. I'm on vacation day, and I just seen this, so thought I'd stop in for a minute in between projects.
Well, I'm glad you did, brother. How
Yeah.
you been doing?
Oh, I've been fine. Been doing all right. Just one day at a time, like everybody else.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much all it is. I We were talking in our little chat stream there earlier. You told me not to download that upgrade for that iPad, but I had already started it.
Oh, had you?
Yeah.
I hope it worked for you, Rodney.
Well, I went back in and I looked at it, and the RTMP is still there. I still have to check it against YouTube, but I haven't done anything that would cause that to change. So unless YouTube changes, in fact, you know what?
As if you haven't changed your key and it's the key you got from YouTube that you told me it was the new key,
Right.
you're probably okay.
Well, I'm going to check it right now, brother.
I was just coincided at the same time. I tried to do both at once and it didn't work for me. And Dennis and Roosevelt, we all got bit.
Yeah, it's so irritating what YouTube is doing.
Hey, Rick, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, it's
Mr. Crowley.
Definitely the same one. Good deal.
Well, good. Don't touch it.
Don't worry.
No, don't touch it because it'll go back to the home screen.
I'm not going to. Oh no! Did I? I didn't. No. Okay. I was kind of worried I just hit reset, but I didn't. Thank goodness. So,
Russell, hello. Christopher C, hello. How you doing? I seen Lone Star. Lone Star UAV was in here earlier, I think. Good afternoon.
Yeah, he was here earlier. In fact, he was the first one popped in.
Yeah.
Hey, Russell, how you doing, brother?
I tried to live stream this morning from my Android phone, and it's been asking me all week for an update, and I've avoided it, and it did not work until I did update it, and then it worked fine.
Oh, okay.
So I guess you'd say I'm back in the saddle again.
Well, good deal. He's still there.
He lives down in San Antonio.
Yep. Yeah, he was on the. I think he was on the last live stream I did on a weekday. I think he popped in for a few minutes.
He's a little bitty fella, from what I understand. He's only about 6'10", I think.
Oh man, that's a midget.
Yeah, grown small in Texas.
Oh yeah.
Did you get any of the tropical storm or hurricane?
Well, I'm not sure. It rained all day yesterday.
I bet that was from it because it was coming up, going off the East Coast again.
And they said we were supposed to get some, but I didn't think it would get there that early. Get here that early because it seemed like to me it just hit the coast yesterday morning.
Yeah, it moved along pretty good. It's funny. They had a hurricane in Louisiana and snow in the panhandle of Texas.
Snow in the panhandle of Texas?
Yeah, Amarillo got belted. Lone Star said he's 7 foot, so good deal, man. That's awesome. I believe Lone Star. I believe you're Charles, correct? You went flying with Kelly.
Yeah.
Choke Canyon last weekend, I believe.
Yeah. He did say that he was going flying with Ray Kelly.
That's a nice lake. It's a real nice lake. Good, pretty water. Good part of Texas. I like that part of Texas.
He says it's 7 foot. I'm assuming he's talking about how tall he is.
Yeah, he's pretty tall. Kelly said I thought Kelly had said he's 6'10", but 7 foot sounds better.
Well, yeah, that's pretty tall.
Round up, what I always say.
Well, in that case, I'm 6 foot.
I'm 6'4" then.
So what you working on today?
Oh, I've been here at the house and up at the farm, just pitting around. I'm just gonna drag I got to do some rearranging because I'm going to close in garage where the old farmhouse is, and I got to move my mower and my 4-wheeler out of there and put it in the old carport that my grandfather had made. And I got to drag my grandmother's car out, so I'm gonna get the tractor out and drag it out this afternoon and put a battery on it and see if I can just see if the old thing will just act like it wants to crank, because it was running when she parked it, and it's not froze up. The motor's not froze up, so should be able to get it up there. Hey, Chris, Sunrise Media.
Hey, Sunrise, how's it going, brother?
Chris, is that Chris with a K or a C? I've seen it spelled both ways, and I don't know which way to spell it.
Who is it? Droner? Oh, I can't think of his YouTube name, but he lives in Georgia. Chris, he spells it with a K.
Oh, Chris Mize.
Yes, Chris Mize.
Yeah, his is with a K.
Yeah.
I don't mind how you spell it, just as long as you don't spell it late for supper.
Oh yeah, that's the worst name you can have. Late for supper.
Excuse me just a second.
Okay. No, it's good to see everybody in the chat. I hope your weekend's gonna. I hope you all have a great weekend. If you were affected by the recent weather, Hurricane Vida, whatever that hurricane was, it's hard to keep up with them anymore. But I think Chris is right. I think the weather we had yesterday was a result of that hurricane. So sure glad it's gone. Yeah, it's up around New York now. I think old Drone Bum is getting hit with it today.
I haven't looked at any weather. I know my weather's nice for the next 10 days, so in the 60s and low 70s. Fall is here.
Yeah, fall is pretty much here too. Let's see. Let me go to the 10-day forecast here.
We didn't have a frost though. I think it was 39 when I was up there on top of the hill earlier.
Oh, there's the 10-day. Yeah, it hasn't been below 40. I think one morning it got down to like 45. Let's see. So it's supposed to rain on Sunday, but tomorrow's supposed to be nice.
10-day outlook for me. 64 today. Yeah, the highest in the next 10 days is 73 degrees. I can deal with that.
See, the highest we're going to get is next Friday, and it's going to be 70 degrees. That's good. I'm going to have to get out and walk a little more this coming week.
There you go.
But Sunday's supposed to rain. You know, you can never trust the weather to do what the weather forecasters say.
No, negative. You sure can't. You can't. You can't debate that. Depend on that at all. Yeah, Rick, I took a day vacation, man. I got 120 hours of vacation left plus 40 carryover, and I'm gonna start trying to take some of it before it gets over with. COVID messed all that up as far as taking off. So I'm gonna burn today.
Yeah, I was supposed to have a stress test done today. So that's why I'm off. Didn't have it. They canceled. They called me yesterday. Oh, Carlos.
Good afternoon, Mr. Rodney and Chris. I came to just say hello real quick. I saw you guys on.
So Carlos,
welcome. How you been doing?
Crashed the party. I'm doing well. Can't complain. I'm hearing about the rain that you guys got, and yes, we've been getting it for the last like day and a half. A lot of rain.
Yeah. I mean, I tell you, it rained all day yesterday. Coming home from work yesterday, I was driving through puddles like crazy. I mean, there's a
A lot
couple
of
of them I
standing
even had to
water.
slow down, you know.
Even on the highways,
Yep.
some areas poor drainage. Start hydroplaning, so you got to take it easy. But I think in a few hours it should stop, pass by.
So Chris
I
is he's saying next week he'll probably have his Tiny Hawk 2 ready for its first crash. Oh, he means tonight.
The Tyro. How's the progress on the Tyro there, Mr. Chris?
I've got I got all the board flipped over and the ESC's all soldered back in. If I get a chance tonight or tomorrow, I'll sit down and put it all back together. Probably about an hour's worth of work.
Gotcha. Have you even looked at your controller?
Since the other night with Mitch?
Yeah.
No, I have not turned it back on. Life's got in the way this week. It's been a busy week for me.
No, I totally get that. But
Yeah.
even watch a few YouTube videos. You'd be surprised how you can learn a few tips and tricks other than have Mitch, walk you through it as well.
Well, he walked me through it, and I have a whole lot better handle. I'm not scared of it now.
Okay, good.
I was scared of screwing it up, but now then I know how to go in and scroll through the menu, and now then there's a row above it. I didn't realize what that was, but I got it now.
So what you got? Are you getting into FPV, Chris?
Yeah, I've had a Tiny Hawk 2 freestyle for a couple months, and
he's had two of them.
Yeah, and Rick Halber sent me the third one.
Oh wow!
Yeah, when he sent me the controller, he said, "I'm going to send you a little extra," and they opened it up, and there's another Tiny Hawk 2.
Wow!
The freestyle.
Rick sent me one too.
Awesome. They're fun,
Which
man.
one? The freestyle or the Tiny Hawk 2, Rodney?
I'm not sure.
Does it have props showing on the outside? No. Oh, that's all right. You don't have to. I think it's probably the 2. That's what I think Chris should have got.
Shoot, no, man.
Still
crash and burn faster.
Yeah. I don't like the crashing part.
I have a hard head, and I like to do things hard first. There you go.
It's this one.
Turn it around. Let me see. That's right side up?
Yeah. I guess it's right side up.
Yeah, that's the camera on top right there. It's got the lens cover on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks like a Tiny Hawk, but it might be the
Tiny Hawk S.
Yeah.
The black one.
Let's see.
Does it have a card? Does it have a card in that case that says something about 1S and 2S? Attention.
Yeah, there's a warning. It says 2S.
Yeah, it could be the Tiny Hawk S.
When plugging in a 2S LiPo, set the Tiny Hawk S on PID profile 2.
Awesome.
And the rate profile 2. Yeah.
Right.
That's a peppy little bird, and it's also nice to cruise just indoors.
I'm gonna have to finally, I think, get on the stick and start learning this stuff.
But do you have a controller for that?
Yeah, I do. Brent Nunley.
Wow.
Exactly, Rick.
Brent Nunley sent me a 5-inch drone.
I wouldn't suggest flying that in public.
And controller and everything. And the controller, I think, works. It's a.
Yeah, that's just 5.8. So you're good with that. Good for you.
Thank you.
Best time to fly is when you have kids around so they can chase it after it crashes.
Yes, you definitely want some young legs.
I don't know. That looks bigger than 5-inch. But I don't know.
Let me see. Yeah, it's probably 5-inch. Nice.
Sweet.
It's blue. That's my favorite color. It's blue.
Do you know if it's FR Sky, Fly Sky, or what the?
I'm really not. I really couldn't tell you. I don't know much about. He didn't tell me much about it, and
Just be careful.
He sent one to me, and he sent one to 400 AGL.
Got it. Is that the one that Mel sent into the space? Like it just kept going or something? Or was that the tiny hook?
No.
I remember that, but I don't remember which one it is.
He took it out and tried to fly it.
It probably more.
And he landed it, and it hit hard, and it broke.
Ah, okay.
So,
Chris, when you fly, you're gonna fly into like a big hayfield, right?
Oh yeah. You know what? They mowed my place, so I can see where it falls now. I got a big open space. I may fly up there.
Yeah, but you'll hear that. You'll hear that. The buzzer on that.
Yeah, I'll just have to
From
get my 4-wheeler out so I can go chase it down.
but the controller he sent me is a Tyrannus X7.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
So,
UX7. That's a good one. You're good to go.
so yeah,
You combine that with the little tiny hawk, the black one that you have.
I still have to learn how to do all that stuff.
Yeah. Project Blue Falcon. Young man that did videos a few years back, from what I understand, and he got into a motorcycle accident, but his videos are still relevant. And you can learn a lot, how to set switches, how to, just a lot of, and it's slow. It's not fast. I like it.
Yeah.
That's what I've learned. Between him and Mitch and people out there, you pick it up.
Well, Sean, I am leaning that way. In answer to Sean's question, he's asking if I'm going FPV, and I have been wanting to do it for a while, but things just get in the way. And for me, I'm a slow learner on some things, so I really have to take my time and really study and stuff. So, but I'll get there in the end.
The ready to fly combos are good, but because I see you wear glasses and so do I, the goggles are no good. That's the only difficult part. Being able to put a pair of goggles on that you could see.
Yeah. Fortunately, with the goggles on, I would be able to see I would be able to see fine without my glasses on.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, because I'm what do they call them? Nearsighted. I'm nearsighted, so
got it.
I can see good close up, but far away. So
no problem.
Out.
You should try the Tiny Hawk, the Ready to Fly, the Tiny Hawk 2. $165.
Oh, okay. I'll check that out.
That's what Art flies in his house, I believe.
Right.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Art cracked me up. He's a good guy.
He's a character.
He is a character.
Any of the SJM drones and media, any of the Tiny Hawk stuff, ready to fly kits, there's 3 or 4 of them I know of. That's what I'm familiar with. They're right out of the box, man. Charge your battery, go fly.
Well, good luck with that one.
Yeah.
Just, Chris, take your time. I don't know. Have fun.
I'm going to have fun. That's all that matters to me. We'll figure it out.
Did you switch the batteries, the 6S?
No. Oh, yes. I got 4S. I'm good to go.
Gotcha. That's exciting. How are you going to record this so we really know that it really happened?
More. Oh, I'll use my phone again till I get some goggles that got a DVR in it, or till I get comfortable enough to put my GoPro on top of it.
Yeah, don't do that. You have.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
That's not gonna be right out
of the box. But
you have the SkyDroid, right?
Yes.
Oh, so you can use that to record, right?
Yeah, I can use it to record to my phone.
Got it. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's exciting, actually.
Yeah.
I don't see the chat by any. Hello to everyone.
Oh, okay. So Rick says it seems like everyone is going with FPV now, and I think a lot of people are switching over to FPV. But it looks a lot more fun, really.
It's a love-hate thing. It is fun once you get it down, but I think it's an alternative to a lot of the FAA nonsense that potentially is coming up. I don't know. I personally don't believe that they're going to be doing drone deliveries, like let's say somewhere here in New York or Boston, you know, crowded places. And then there's so many variables with wind and weather and rain. And
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to take off like they really like. I don't know. I just don't think it's going to be that easy. But anyway, so because of all those restrictions and flight restrictions, FPV, you don't have it really as much. Not at this point.
I could see some mission critical situations where they could use a drone. Not necessarily for Amazon to deliver a package to my front door, but for medical,
Of course.
stuff like that. It's a great thing.
For delivery of medical, for searching, for people. I mean,
all that stuff.
Reconnaissance, even security.
Well, I mean, police station, and for other first responders have been using them now for a couple of years.
They're incorporating it into the force, yeah.
Yeah, and in fact, Ken Herron did a video with a police department there in Tennessee. Was it Texas? It was either in Tennessee or in Texas. He did a drone video with a small town police department that had what's the big one? The Inspire 2?
Matrice.
The Matrice?
Yeah.
The Matrice has six props. The Inspire has 4.
And they also had a Mavic Pro, I think. Or maybe it was a Mavic Enterprise.
Yeah.
Chris, it was giving out speeding tickets.
Pull over. Little red and blue lights on it.
Real small town.
Yeah. He was down there in Houston. That's probably been maybe close 2 years ago, Rodney. I remember that one.
Yeah, I think he may have been down there visiting his dad because his dad lives down that way.
That's right.
Lake Conroy?
Lake Conroe, Texas.
Yeah.
That's this side of Houston, about 30 minutes, I guess, give or take.
I mean, other than fun, there's a lot of good reasons to use a drone, other than look in somebody's window at the next door neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which everybody thinks we do, but we don't.
No.
But Chris, you've been liking it, right? When you do it, the FPV experience?
Oh, the FPV's fun. I've enjoyed it. It's as close as to actually being flying a plane as I'll ever get. Yeah.
And a lot cheaper.
Not that I say that I wouldn't, but yeah, for $200, man, I'm flying.
Yeah. It's a great experience for me. Not only the adrenaline, but just.
And you can cruise. You don't have to do all the flips and rolls and stuff.
That flippy floppy stuff. I mean, I tell people jokingly, I didn't realize how bold I was until I started flying drones like over my head. Then I realized, holy cow, I'm really losing my hair. But we get to see the world in a whole different experience that most people don't, unless you live in a high rise or in a place,
Right.
Yeah.
That once in a blue moon. I don't know. Some people fly more than others, but unless you fly and you're up there, you don't really see the world the same way we do. We do it more often. I don't know. I think it's cool.
Hey, Blizzard FPV, welcome to the chat. Arizona drone, AZ drone dude. Hey.
Hey, man, how you doing, AZ?
The dude.
I know y'all was flying the Insane Asylum. Was it last weekend?
I believe it was last Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah, and it looks like Lawrence and a bunch of his guys went out there too.
I'm not sure if I didn't see Lawrence, but I did know that there were guys flying because as I was flying, I was actually getting interference from them. We had to move towards the tower. But where we were twice, like actually 3 times, cars came by and asking either what channel we were on or did we see such and such person, and we just said go that way. But they do all that, flying through the arch. I mean, God bless them. They do a good job. I don't know, what they spend on parts, if they spend on parts after they crash, but they do a lot more trick stuff than I do at this point in my life. I'm happy if I fly between branches. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
These guys, they fly between arches that are made out of cement that are not forgiving.
They don't bend very well.
No, not at all. So I'm still in the not necessarily beginner, but I'm getting there little by little.
Hey, good afternoon, Mana FPV and Blizzard FPV.
I'm glad.
The main thing I will say is I'm having a lot of fun doing it.
Me
It's almost
too.
a
And
year and a half.
that's what it's all
Well,
about.
isn't that what it's all about?
That's exactly.
It's my first real hobby, and I'm an old man already. It's like, wow, what have I been missing? But no, I don't know. I don't know if I shared the story, but I told you I started out with a Mavic Air, and I could care less about taking pictures. I really could. I just wanted to fly something.
I don't know if you can see it, Carlos, but Blizzard FPV said he stopped drinking to afford more parts.
There you go. And that's a great thing. I mean, we hear this. I know you've heard this story at least once or twice, where in some cases it saved people's lives. I know Mr. Crowley, he shared kind of a similar story, not necessarily that it saved his life, but it helped him out. It distracted him a positive way.
I'll tell you what, it is a great distraction. If you're having a
positive,
for a positive, if you're having a bad day, go fly.
It does make you feel better, unless you're like me and I just got the drone from Drone Bum and I take off and I could put it into a tree. I owned the drone for literally 15 minutes. 10 minutes was putting it together and getting it ready. The 5 was flying. Oh, that was depressing.
You got to have the tree right, though.
Well, nature, but yes. I came back the next day, got it in the rain, and it was, I dried it, put it over the fan, like at least 24 hours, just dry. And sure enough, it worked.
Oh, good.
So I was happy. No drone left behind at this point in my life.
Yeah, knock on wood. I'm still 100%.
Well, I'm -1. My first drone was a Phantom 3S, and
Hey, Les.
I really loved that drone. And then I ran it into a tree and it fell into the lake out here. And I didn't have a boat to go get it. So,
did you say hello to Les? That's the gentleman that got his drone stolen at Walmart or somewhere.
Yeah.
What's the name of the channel?
Exploration Obsession.
Right.
Hey, Les, how's it going, brother?
Did he get a drone yet? Did he get something to fly? I can't see the chat, just for the record.
I talked to him the other day, and he's still working on getting a new drone.
I know he's got an electric bike, I think he bought, right? Or something to that effect. E-bike or something, some kind of bike. He traded something in to buy something else. I forget what it was. I watched the video of his.
That electric bike, I seen that video. It looked pretty cool.
It was an e-bike, right?
Yeah.
But that sucks. You buy something new and you go somewhere else, and that would, oh man, forget it.
Yeah, that
I would cry. I would just be, I would be beside myself, at least for a few hours.
That would have not been I don't know how Les handled it, but I wouldn't have been a happy camper at all.
That was something.
I know I wouldn't have.
No, I would have been out for vengeance.
Or at least thinking about it, right?
Yeah, I've had I've had one break-in my life, and that's about 5 years ago here at my house. Somebody broke
in your place. Wow.
Broke into my pickup out here in my front yard.
Oh,
come to find out, there's about 23 houses got hit that Sunday morning between midnight and 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock when I left to go to work.
So not actually your home, but the truck.
The truck, and they stole my jumper cables and stole a Boston Red Sox hat. A guy had just given me, because he'd went to Boston. Chicago. He went to Wrigley Field, bought me a Chicago Bears hat, and a couple of other things. And then went across the street to my neighbor's house, took and brought a pair of channel locks out of my truck, broke into his shop with my channel locks. Went in there and got a pistol. They went and ransacked, pulled every drawer, and hit a gun out there. He kept me, stole his gun, a couple of things.
Man.
But them boys got caught, and I'll just put it this way: Mother Nature took care of them.
Good.
Yeah, the cops couldn't do anything about it, but the neighborhood took care of him. So I hear. I don't know. I know the boys are gone. They've been gone. They haven't been back. Of course, I didn't get anything back, but that's okay.
Swift justice.
Yeah. Les, you are exactly right. What can you do? You're exactly right.
Yeah.
No, you can't, but it still hurts.
It hurts like hell.
Hurts.
Johnny Drone Flyer, good afternoon. Welcome to the chat.
Hello. I don't know. I just lost the phone yesterday in the rain, and I was like, oh, no.
Les always has He reminds me of the Smoky Mountains because every time he would go up, it seemed like he'd have to go through the fog to get above it.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
always like watching them videos
He lives up there in the
And the deer.
Ozarks.
in the Ozarks.
Is it Missouri? No.
Yeah,
Maybe
Yeah,
Branson.
right
it is,
there,
right?
right there, close to Branson.
Right. He'll get a drone again.
Yes, yes.
I don't think it's on his top of the list. He
Hey,
likes his
Gary.
e-bike right now.
Brand Ariel's in the house.
Oh, Gary.
Aerials, what's up? Yeah, I'm still having fun with my FPV, and now I'll do it indoors during the winter. Play around and harass the wife and fly around her head and stuff out into the neighbors.
Exactly right, Liz.
It's just fun. It's just, I could watch TV. Nah. Who wants to do that?
Tim Jackson's in the house.
Oh my gosh, it's time for me to go.
Uh-oh.
That's not good.
Tim Jackson's here.
Yep. Time to end the stream now.
Yep, it's over with. We'll see you, Tim.
Hey, Drone Worship, hello.
Oh no, now it's time to leave. Danny,
Daniel.
is he at home or in the hospital still? This guy or wherever?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I hadn't seen a live stream today. I don't know if he's at home or at the ER.
This guy spends more time.
I feel for him. I hate that he's got something. He got to go get something whittled on every day. Seems like. Hey, Rodney, can I paste that link for Tammy in your chat?
Absolutely. I feel free. In fact, it's the link for Tammy is in the description too.
It is. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, go. Feel free to post it, Chris.
Yeah. I know. I made a post yesterday. She was back in the hospital and still having issues.
Yeah, and I think the last I read is she may have to have surgery.
Really? Oh my goodness.
Who is Tammy?
That's Mel's roommate.
Gotcha. That's no fun.
No.
I hate
get that,
hospitals.
Blizzard. Blizzard says don't test 5-inch indoors unless you have a drywall repair kit handy.
So true.
Two pictures.
I would not try that. I do fly the freestyle indoors though. That you can get away with.
Yeah, that little one you got, you can do that because it's got prop guards on it. It won't hurt nothing.
No, the one you have, even the freestyle.
Oh, the man. Well, I'm not that bold. I got to have run.
Indoors.
I got to have run.
Just do it in horizon. Don't do it in air mode. You fly in air mode, right? When you fly all the time.
I've progressed to put it in air and slip it up into acro when I get after about a couple batteries. I'll flip it up into acro and fly that.
But you start in horizon then.
Yes.
HOR. Okay,
Yeah.
good. At least starting that.
Yep.
But again, as long as you're flying and you just, like I said, you're seeing the world 30, 40, 50, 60, feet up in the air and you're looking around. You're a bird.
For some reason.
Like Ed said, ain't nothing more like feeling like a bird than
You got him down.
That's my buddy Ed.
Horizon mode equals bad habits. I agree. Yeah, acro makes you think before you fly. How about that, Blizzard? I have learned that. I like flying acro because it makes you run the stick.
Every part of that bird is you.
That's it.
But you have to be careful with people around. If you're flying, 5-inch or whatever, props out. Just be careful. That's all.
Yep.
Otherwise, something fun can turn not so fun. I flew into a little girl with a tiny hook.
Oh,
no problem.
What'd she say? Do it again. Do it again.
She got scared. No, she just got scared. I think mom got more nervous.
Oh,
she didn't know what it was. And then she saw a guy like me coming at her daughter, like, who's this guy?
Stranger danger, stranger danger.
Yeah. I think I look more scary than Jim, and they bother Jim above and beyond drones. He's the stranger danger on his block over there.
That's his neighborhood. He's a stranger.
Apparently.
All he got to do is walk outside and he gets called name.
Poor guy.
That was funny. We don't let him forget. We'll give him the blow.
I honestly believe all those people that accuse you of spying is because that's exactly what they would do if they had a drone. They're just projecting what they would do and say, yeah, well, if I would do it, then Joe Schmo must be having, you know, the same thoughts. And that's not the case.
No.
Yeah. You know, I've seen videos on YouTube, people having people confront them. And this one guy, he was a part 107, and he was actually out on a job. And then this guy started harassing him. And his drone was like a half a mile away.
Mm.
And I think he had an Inspire too. And
That's no
he
joke.
was taking some video of this at this construction site, and the construction company had hired him to document the progression. And then this guy, and he was standing on the sidewalk. The pilot was standing on the sidewalk, and this guy that lived in the house behind him came out and started accusing him of spying on him, and called the police, and the police showed up. And, you know, the police officer's like, sir, you know,
Beat it.
why are you here? He goes, you know, he pulled out showed him his part 107, said he was doing a job for a construction company. And, you know, and the whole thing was on video, and he would switch, you know, he'd talk about it, you know, just like we are now, and then he'd switch to some of the video, and you know, it just makes you think, why are people acting so crazy? If the drone's a half a mile from your house, obviously he's not spying.
People don't like to see other people either have fun or they're just miserable and have nothing else better to do. I honestly believe that. Just
I suppose
people are just miserable.
One of my sunrise flights, I had a guy put in his boat, and he come in and docked it and going back to the deal. And he said, man, what are you doing? So I'm flying a drone. He said, man, he said, I don't feel real comfortable with you doing that. And I said, well, you know, here. I said, instead of being confrontational, telling that I was going to do what I was wanted to do anyway, I said, here,
show them what you're doing.
Here's what I'm doing. I said, this sunrise, I do this every week with a bunch of guys. He said, really? He said, you can't see anything. I said, no, I'm too high up to see anything.
Yeah.
He said, I'm glad you told me. I didn't realize it was like that. I said, all I think about is somebody looking at something I'm doing. I said, no, that's the rap we get. But until you see it, and I'm glad I showed it to you.
That makes me wonder what he was doing. I'm sorry. That makes me wonder what he was doing. That he was worried about.
He was just going fishing. It looked like.
Yeah, probably that's probably what it was.
Just somebody didn't know.
He was dropping off dope other boat down the road.
Yeah.
But my experience with people and drones has been positive. Everybody likes it. I try to bring an extra pair of goggles to put on. Nowadays you can't. Actually, nowadays they still, you know, not too many people are like, you know, germaphobes. But I've had police watch me fly. I've shared it with police as well as people of all ages, young, old. You just got to make sure, Chris, if you ever do it, that they're not standing up. And if they are, that they're leaning up on something.
Trust me, I'm either sitting down or leaning against my pickup.
No, not you, but if you share the flight, make sure that they're also, you know. I've even had a father and daughter. The father let the daughter, people like it. Once they see what's going on, they like it.
Tomas is in the house.
Yeah, they don't. It's good that I got the schooling. And Dan, if I was 20 years old like you are, I might have told him that. But I done got too old to fight now.
Who's that? Drone worship saying something nasty, right?
I tell him to eat my something. 8 equals D. I don't know what that means. I got an idea. I mean, what it means.
Dan has this nice, soft way about him.
I do carry my pistol with me because that boat ramp, I get there usually 45 minutes to an hour before daylight. And I have gone in there, and there's some shady stuff. Some shady stuff goes on there. I know it. It's probably a drop off or something. And I always have my pistol with me.
You're lucky.
You just never know.
I got to walk around shady with no pistol.
Nah, man, come to Texas, dude. You can open carry here. You can fly a drone and wear your pistol on your hip, and a mask. So you never know what you're doing.
Absolutely. Now is the, you know, I've been tempted to go into a bank. I think you're allowed to wear bandanas in place of masks, right? And you wear a bandana with a dark pair of glasses and like a hat, and just make a deposit. Like,
hey man, I went when this all started. There's a guy I know, and I know him, but he always has 2 pistols on his hip, and he always carries a big Bowie knife with him now, and he wears a motorcycle vest. Everywhere he goes, this way he's been for ever since Texas come out with open carry. Boom, he's done. He's got him on his hip. I seen him at the hardware store, and he walked in with his mask on, his bandana. I said, "Dude, man, you lucky going in to rob this place, man." He just started laughing. He said, "I'm not breaking the law."
That's what they want. That's right.
I said, "No, you're not breaking the law."
Well, we're still allowed to open carry here in Virginia as well, but they are beginning to restrict where we can carry. So,
yeah, we look for that big white sign on the door. I can't remember what the number is, but Walmart, you can carry. 2 weeks ago, you could still carry concealed in the store. You couldn't carry open. But I read yesterday that Walmart's pulled their guns and ammunition off the shelves. You can
They're
still
worried about knuckleheads.
You can still
but I'm not
buy
going to
it.
get into that one.
You can still buy it, but they pulled it, so I'm afraid the concealed's fixing to disappear too. I'll be right back, Rodney.
all right.
In New York, it's very hard to own anything. Even carry it, ridiculously hard.
Well, yeah. I mean, New York, at least I know New York City, they restrict the size of drinks you can have too.
Well, Bloomberg tried that with soda, but yeah.
Did
Crazy,
it work?
Right? No. A lot of, let's just say no. There's a lot of memory foam that wish had amnesia but doesn't. Nah. But there's just rules and regulations, and this. If you carry it, you have to have. Well, I guess you have to do that. Maybe in different places, carry the bullets and the gun in 2 different spots. You can't just carry it for the sake of walking down the block and feeling safe, unless you have maybe like a business. You're somebody who carries a lot of money.
Yeah, it depends on where you're at.
Not for the sake of safety. I think if everybody had a gun in New York, crooks would think twice about robbing you.
Well,
that's what I think.
I know when they freed up gun laws here in Virginia some years back, the crime went down. And but it depends. I mean, you can bring up like Chicago, where there's really Chicago and Illinois in general has the strictest gun control laws in California, and it hasn't stopped anything. Or not California, but Illinois.
Right.
And it hasn't stopped anything there. Every weekend you hear on the news how many people were shot over the weekend, and stuff.
Maybe they're just doing that to trim the herd, so to speak. They'll kill each other. I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't get it. But yeah, that's my theory. More guns, less crime.
Yeah.
Or more people having them. I think so.
Well,
right,
I agree to that. I mean, I'm all about protection, and I've always said that if ever confronted like on a plane with being hijacked, I wasn't going to sit there.
I'm going to die trying.
Yeah,
absolutely. I'm going to die either way, right? Chances are I'm going to.
And especially after 9/11, I mean.
Actually, you probably go quicker that way. If he shoots you, then you have to burn to death for the few seconds at the whatever happens. Who knows? But I'm just saying, you gotta die trying.
Yeah, I mean,
and forget about the hero. That's just safe. I don't know.
We have to go through active shooter training at work, and there's 3 things they try to teach you: flee, stay in place, and fight if necessary. And I'm going to say, well, I can't flee. I can't hide. Might as well fight.
You got to be sneaky about it too.
Oh yeah. Well, most of the buildings that I work in are all secured buildings anyway. So somebody'd have to either have access to the building, and it happens. I mean, it happened up in the the Navy shipyard up in D.C. They had that guy up there, and
Old Dre asked Dan, how's it hang? Oops, sorry, bud. I know that's a sore spot for you. Oh yeah, Dan. I can see your Taco Bell farts. They're probably good for at least a half mile away if I was busy.
Teary-eyed.
We'll put you upwind and let you just get a whole crowd.
Well, now that Dan mentioned that, there was a guy that I worked with for a number of years there on base, and I'm not going to mention any names, but this guy, when he farted, he could clear out a room in a heartbeat. Ain't no, I had the what's that, Chris? What's that virus you get when you've had chicken pox and you get older, and is it
Shingles.
Shingles. I had shingles, and it was right in here, and it went all the way around to about the mid part of my back. Anyway, so I was working with this guy, and he just kept letting go, and I'm like, oh man,
hey Dre,
dude, and so I walked back. I left because I just couldn't handle it anymore. I left and I went back into the office. I'm sitting down, and our supervisor goes, "What's wrong, Rodney?" I said, "Oh, my chest is hurting," and he immediately calls the first responder.
Oh, geez.
This is back when I was not only did I have shingles, but I was still having a few heart problems too. And he calls the first responder, who happened to be the wife of the guy that I was working with. And she thought Jay was calling her to about Ken, but it was really me. And they ended up calling the ambulance and had me taken to the hospital. I said, it's the shingles. It's the shingles. It's not. And so we started teasing the fellow worker that I was working with. We started teasing him after that his farts can put people in the hospital.
Pretty much.
Man, I'm going to tell this story. I told it on Matt's show here about a month or so ago. I think Tim was there. He may remember, but I used to work with a guy. He's passed away now. His name's Frank. And me and him had gone to town one day to get a battery for a tractor. And we had come back. We was coming back to the office, and he stopped. And I swear I smelled battery acid. I got out of the truck, walked back there to the back of the pickup, see if the battery had turned over. And it hadn't. I got back in the truck and, talked to Frank about it. He said, I don't know what that was. Anyway, we drove down the road about another mile, and battery acid hit me in the eyes again, and my eyes was watering. I said, Frank, that thing has got to have turned over. It's got to have a leak in it. And I got out of the truck and walked back there, and I walked back in, and he was laughing. He had crapped on me twice. And I thought it was battery acid. And the second time, it hurt my eyes. My eyes so bad. And he just sitting over, he driving, he just giggling. Got you, little buddy. Oh, it hurt, man. It hurt me. And the second time he got me, we had gone on a road trip for about an hour and a half, and he crapped on me in the truck. Okay. And I'm sitting there. It was cold that morning, had the heater on. We got out. I took my coat off and put it in the back of the pickup, and we did our job. We come home, and I walked in the house that night, and I took and brought the coat in. Okay. This happened at 8:00 in the morning. This is 4:30 in the afternoon.
No, I know what's coming now.
I brought the coat in, and my wife said, "My God, what is that?" I said, "You're kidding me." I said,
It stuck to your coat, huh?
Frank crapped on me this morning about 8:00. Straight to the wash machine it went.
Here's another story. I had another friend, and there's a show out here. It's called Bassarama, and it's like a fishing and hunting show, right? And my buddy goes, I just started working out here, and I'd hooked up with my buddy, and he goes, "Hey, you want to go to this Passerama with me?" I said, "Sure." So we went, and I drove. I was driving, and we drove down there to. It was in Richmond, and drove down. And coming on the way back, it started snowing, and my buddy had let go of, head crapped, and it was just bad, and even it was even bad for him. And he goes, "Oh man," we rolled the windows down, and I'm driving like this with my head out the window, and he's got his head out the window, and it's snowing.
Oh wow!
And people thought we were crazy.
That was called self-preservation.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. But see, he had been drinking the night before, and when he had breakfast, he had eggs for breakfast, and you know how the beer and eggs mix.
That's a good combo. You know what? Here's the funny part. Not to sound disgusting. So here these guys passing gas between underwear and jeans, and you guys smell it, made Chris eyes tears, but yet they want us to wear a mask. Because
which doesn't do anything to help the smell, by the way.
No, exactly.
If anything, it probably increases it.
So when you smell, it keeps it in there a little longer, right? So when you're smelling some kind of particles of something. I don't know. Just makes you wonder about this whole mask nonsense. But anyway, that's another topic.
So.
Do you have to wear a mask all day when you work?
Only if there's other people in the building.
Okay, so you could just lower it or whatever.
Yeah, I work pretty much by myself every day.
Right. Good.
So the only time I put a mask on is when somebody actually comes in. So
other than that, when you go into a store to shop, you have to wear it also.
We're supposed to, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I always put it below my nose. I can't do it. Not for any long period of time.
Well, I don't. Once I'm outside the store, I take it off. I don't. I don't
know how many times I've walked out of my car and back because I forget to put the mask on to go, into something.
And I heard talk that the governor wanted to make it to where you had to wear your mask while you're driving too.
That's stupid.
And I just simply refuse to do that.
That's stupid, though. I see that now, and I'm thinking, what are people? Well, actually, they're not thinking, but like, what's going on to make you wear a mask in a car with the windows closed? That's
absolutely. It's just crazy.
It makes there's out in Long Island where Drone Bum lives. I'm not sure, like in his area, but just out that way. It's more suburb. They actually wanted landscapers to not use the leaf blowers because of the coronavirus. I'm like, well, what do you do on a windy day? Like, the things that people come up with are just. Do they think? I don't know.
It's crazy.
Don't use a leaf blower. I mean, I thought I heard it all. Wow.
And and it's hard to know who to believe either, because you have some doctors saying, well, the masks don't really do any good.
Right.
And you've got other doctors saying, well, the masks, are essential because it helps block the virus. And I'm like,
well, this is what I'm thinking.
Who do you believe?
Before the coronavirus, people got the flu, colds, whatever you want to call it, airborne germs, and they went to the hospital where I don't believe people were wearing masks 24/7 being treated. And they lived, right? They were able to treat sick patients in the hospital without wearing masks. I believe the cure is from the inside out, not waiting for a vaccine. But that's just my, like the common cold, they can't cure that. They're not going to cure this.
Yeah. And Les brings up a good point too, exploration obsession. He goes, but 6 foot is okay. Who came up with that number? Yeah. I mean, who came up,
I have no idea. There's a lot of just suspect stuff. I believe, I believe it's a real virus. And I believe if you have a weak immune system, it just might, do something to you.
Oh, I believe it's a real virus. I mean, it's.
So then those are the people that have to pay more attention or cover themselves. But if you're young, I mean.
So I had my quadruple bypass in February, on February 27th. And about a week after that, man, they started coming out with all these restrictions. And even the in-home nurse that would come and visit me like twice a week, she would come in and she'd have to wear a mask and stuff because of this. And she goes, if you go out, wear your mask. Because right now you're really, you know, you've just been through major surgery. So and I didn't stop going out. I mean, I'd go out when I could, but
that's what keeps you healthy, not staying in. You need to be exposed.
Yeah,
for sure.
You need bacteria. You need dirt. You keep clean.
With all the cats and dogs we have in this house, you definitely got to get outside for fresh air once in a while, especially with Bean. That dog, you know, we were talking about farts about 5 minutes ago. He's the worst farter I've ever seen. I mean,
he would dog farts. That's pretty right.
He sits right here sometimes on, and Chris, you've been on a show when he's let go with one. You've seen my reaction.
I see that old head turn the other way, try to get some fresh air.
Yeah.
Oh, man. No wonder the ozone's got a hole in it.
I like to do that in the bed and pull the sheets down and blame the dog when the wife comes in.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. You're mean, Chris. You're mean.
I was just gonna mention a wife story, but she's in the other room. She'll come back and slap me. Hey, look at a little doggy.
Bird munchers, man.
Is that a dachshund?
This is a Chiweenie.
Chiweenie.
Yeah, this is a Chihuahua.
Chihuahua and a dachshund cross.
Wow.
Her mama's tan and her daddy is chocolate. And this is out of 6 puppies. This is the only one that come out black and tan.
Oh.
Everybody else is tan or chocolate. She's a mess. We kept her. She's fixing to be 9 years old.
Wow.
Does she act like a Chihuahua or a dachshund?
Oh yeah, she's 10 foot tall and bulletproof, buddy.
She thinks she's
You let somebody knock on that door, boom, the world comes to an end.
It's funny, they don't realize how small they are or something.
We got a bird. I think y'all seen the bird. We call it marshmallow, and they hate that bird. They can't. If you get that bird out of the cage, all 4 of them go on alert, and they're just waiting for it to hit the ground. They do not like the bird at all.
Attack.
They won't. They will. I told the wife. I said, "Get ready." I said, "If the bird hits the ground, them 4 dogs go to kill it."
Wow.
Fellas, I'm gonna cut loose. I got some stuff.
Yeah, I need to cut loose too. So,
thanks for letting me come unannounced, Mr.
Hey,
Rodney.
Carlos, anytime, brother. Chris, you too.
You bet. We'll see y'all.
All right, keep working on that drone, Chris.
Oh, I'll keep you up to date.
All right, buddy. Take care, guys.
All right, Carlos, you have a good one, brother.
Good afternoon, Rodney.
Bye.
Good night. Good afternoon to everybody in the chat. I wasn't able to see it. I'm not being rude.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for being in the chat. I do appreciate it. But it's time to end this one. Y'all have a great weekend. It's Friday. The weekend's coming up. Have a great weekend. Don't forget tomorrow morning, sunrise, starting with myself and then Dennis Lovelady. And then on Sunday, it'll be Drone Bum, myself, Dennis Lovelady, Fly Natural, and then the House of Hope, Chris Hope himself. So you all have a great evening. Take care. Love y'all. Bye now. Oh, one more thing. Don't forget, in the link below is a GoFundMe link to help Bell Coke's roommate, Tammy. She's having some medical issues and is in needs of some small donations. Please donate, and we'll talk to you later now. Love y'all. Bye.